games ahead of us, guys. There's plenty more action where yesterday came from, okay? It's exciting to see. Obviously, the plane is just heading over the top of Erangel right now. There is a new couple of teams in there. Pittsburgh Knights coming in, one of my favorite players. Carnage over here. He's got a big heart. He's a giant dude, gargantuan gamer all around. I'm happy to see what he can do here today, but there are plenty more teams here. And like I was saying, X-Quest Gaming, I'm putting my money on these guys today.
All right, well, we'll see if that's going to pay off, or if you're going to have to shave your moustache off as well. Oh, no, wait, that's just Dave turning into David.
He's made that bet about 18 times.
Has he? Yeah, well...
Yeah. He's never pulled through.
He's never put his money where his moustache is, let's put it that way.
Never.
Well, we are going to be going pretty central here as we go slap bang down the middle of Erangel. Everywhere's going to be accessible. People dropping over onto roads will be able to get west plenty easily. And from that, they'll be able to strike out into the first zone.
Exactly, John. It's a pretty kind playing path. Everyone go wherever they want. I am curious to see if Dave is correct. Does Grunto go take Milter from Omen Elite, who are currently out? They were in Group E. I'd be really interested to see that one. We have seen Grunto mainly go down to Novo, so it wouldn't be too far from their original starting position. But looks like they are heading off to the western side of the map, maybe more towards Milter military base here.
See where they do end up going, but you're right, it looks like Grunto heading out down to the west, as they are going to be maybe even faced off against Pittsburgh Knights towards Milter as well. We'll see how that one ends up. Severny getting dropped on. We didn't see that yesterday at the first game, certainly. Obviously, we had a little bit of a southerly plane path then, so Wildcard will be happy with that. And Team Case all the way up on the northwest as well.
You know what, Dave? He's got something in those mustache hairs. I don't know if it's brain cells or what, because we've got a military base circle here. The boy predicted it on the desk. It has come to fruition. But this time it's Pittsburgh Knights who will be taking up Omen Elite's residence over towards Milter and Milter Power. Currently just in Mini Milter. You get a good decent amount of loot here, and you can rotate out as you like. I think it's nice having J7 on this side as well as Raven. They get some good scouting potential towards the eastern side bridge. The time being, we're just checking out C9, seeing where they're going to end up. Obviously, they head off to georgopol. They've all got vehicles, so they're going to be in a really good position to rotate from here. And as you can see, or you can't see on your map right now, but all the way to the south of them, Gatka, Quarry, Ferry Pit, it's all clear. So they're going to have a very comfortable little leisurely rotation back into the circle.
Yeah, with no contestation in South George, they are going to be absolutely geared to the teeth. But they do have a bit of a way to go. I mean, this is probably one of the circles that is the hardest for them to rotate into. They've got to go around that dangerous central Pochinki style area, facing off against Tempo Storm, facing off against Tribe as well, who are going to be moving down south from Rostock, and that cluster of teams around that western bridge seems to be building up right now.
I called them the bowling ball yesterday because it just felt like it got into a position, they just flew into the circle. You see B4 and about other teams now just taking some shots onto the players on the bridge. But like I was saying, I feel like I want C9, I want them to put the rails up on the side of the alley here, maybe play a little bit more carefully this time, John, not just fly into the circle when they see a chance, but maybe take the time, just pick a spot, any spot. Hopefully you come up aces with that one, but we'll have to wait and see how they're going to be able to finish it out. B4, one of the new teams for today, sole proprietors of Novo right now on the eastern side of Military Island. Zasnovka military base, though, seems to be really quite heavily occupied. And we're going to get our first rundown. XQ Gaming, they pick up the first kill. You know, that's the second time Az has done that as well. He did that yesterday. We saw that in the highlights. So this guy's got... he really has it out for players in the vehicles. There's Tempo flying by, the drive-by from both teams, but Tempo have got other ideas. They just want to get out of here as soon as possible. Rain laying down the rain of bullets, just trying to keep people off his back for the time being and keeping his driver safe.
Yeah, the player who went down from Kramer Real Betis will be down to 3 now. Nitsu, I think Seven was saying that's their IGL, so we'll have to wait and see what that's going to bring to the table. Although
he's in the control tower now.
Yeah, you're just playing that Overlord, that Overwatch position. You're going to be able to command from the back, and hopefully no one resents you too much for it.
Team Queso, on the other hand, is a team that I was pretty happy with how they did yesterday. I think they came up a lot of situations where they were fighting off two teams at the same time, so we didn't really see them shine as much as they could have done, but they're off in Zaki. They're very much out of the way. I really do hope they consider moving a little soon because, as you said, it's going to be difficult to rotate into the circle. No one really wants to cross these bridges yet, so they'll be taking up residence over the northern side of the fields towards farm. So Team Queso might be left without a spot to jump in. Wildcard, though, already Slicky taking shots onto Memo, and Enigma, he will be the one to finish that player too. So we're down to 62 players already, 16 teams remaining.
One of the teams that is in the Group E that has just come into the fray for today, obviously coming in after having that first day off. Careta Furacao, and I said I wasn't going to mispronounce it, but I've already done it.
Unlucky, Sonny Jim.
I looked it up, I asked a friend, and apparently it's a Careta Furacao is like a party bus. It's like a fun at a fun fair in Brazil. So it's a party bus train, I guess. So we're going to be looking to see how much fun they're going to bring us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, if Dave is correct and then they're going to shoot themselves to the top of the leaderboard, I'm not sure that's a party that I want to be invited to be quite honest. Yeah, I'd probably just burn that invitation. I wouldn't head on over whatsoever, keep myself nice and safe towards the other side of the map away from them. But we'll see how they can do. Dave has a lot of faith in these guys, as does Seven. Tempo, though, have already made their way into the circle. Obviously, starting Pochinki, and they knew to themselves, you know what, we can maybe get a fast rotate in through to military base. They did come in contact with Grunto, but currently they are split 2-2, so Grunto were in no position to take that fight. Cremreal Betis, once again, taking more fire. So sad.
They're going to be able to get one knock. He's going to jump on out. They do spot it, and they're going to be able to get the knock. A little bit bold, maybe, there to go for the launch over the edge of the railing and jump into two, so they are going to pick it up, and it's another kill for XQ.
Yeah, XQ Gaming not doing badly whatsoever. I think it's interesting. I was saying about how they're a big fragging out team, right? And so yesterday they came in 16th at the start of the day. Not a good round for them. Round 2, 8th, then 2nd, then 1st, and then once again in 11th. So it's not like, obviously they've had some good games. 1st and 2nd is by all means very good, but 11th and 16th, they've made up for a lot of these points in kills, and we're already seeing them fragging out here, John.
Certainly are. Teams making the gamble and heading south towards Sosnovka, probably quite wise. I mean, given where the circle is, it's likely going to end up there, but you make a gamble nonetheless. A little bit of a roll of the dice, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 teams currently who are clustered around there, so yeah, not a lot of real estate to be speaking of.
Now, if I'm Pittsburgh Knights, who are currently posted up on the Eastern Bridge, I don't know how long I want to be gatekeeping this position for, because you're about to come into contact with about 4 different teams, and I think really what I want to do here is, if I'm Pittsburgh Knights, is take out one team and then retreat onto the northern side of Military Base Island, because you're just going to get third parties if you hang around there for a little bit too long, because the power of the position is surprise, John.
The element of surprise, and a lot of rotations coming out on the western side as well. This is just to the northwest of the western bridge to the military base. 2 teams rotating very close, open fields just to the east of Quarry. Ace and Cloud9 as well, trying to push on through, but looks like Uneven's going to pop out, look for the spray down, not able to finish it off. He takes a lot of damage, gets run over, gets run into, and it's Uneven to fall down. They take the knock, and they have to try and get that refrag. Has a teammate at his back to continue the fight, but Pyra falls 2, and Cloud9, they're down to 2.
Yeah, and look at this now. The reinforcements have to come through. Grunto and Ace1 are down there, and C9, even though having all the time in the world to rotate down past Gatka, are now in an awful position. Uneven, probably just going to bleed out here. There's no way they can save them. And this is what Dave mentioned on the desk yesterday. Just leave these players to die. You're going to just have to play as 2, and that's exactly what C9 decided to do there. Beowulf making the call, making the decision early. He's like, you know what, we're going to get out of here, Ada. We can't really afford to take that fight anymore, and they'll just try and post up in the yellow compound houses over on the southern side of the main island.
This is where the value would be in having taken the northern side of Sosnovka, as you were talking about earlier, Blank. Pittsburgh Knights now, they're going to have to face off against about 5 squads trying to cross this bridge, right? And they are going to be really hard-pressed to retreat away from those fights if they need to, because you've got B4 ready with open arms saying, bring us the points. We're hungry for it. We'll see what we got. It's our first day, so we're looking for it.
Yeah, I think B4's taken the exemplary position here, right? Pittsburgh Knights probably wanted to take that one up. They're playing hyper-aggressive here, but you're going to get third-party hard by B4, who will know exactly where you're coming from. So here, for me, this is a kill point game for Pittsburgh Knights. If they can make it onto Military Base Island, I will be very, very impressed. But let's see how they do go against XQuest Gaming, flying their way, as well as Call2BG.
Be a difficult hold nonetheless, and the issue is, though, for a lot of these teams, they might just want to try and razz it straight across the bridge, but then they'll be the ones who are taking the fight with B4. So if Pittsburgh Knights can try and force that sort of situation to come through, then they might be able to third party into the back of the fight. But for now, it's Grunto still just over on that western side, and they're going to get pushed in again. That's unfortunate for Bucky.
Let's just take a look at this, though, really quick, though, John, because Wildcard Gaming, they're coming down past Farm. I wonder if they'll swim across, but Wildcard Gaming currently in 4th placement, XQuest Gaming currently in 2nd, and Call2BG in 3rd. Pittsburgh Knights may have bitten off just a little bit more than they can actually chew here on the bridge.
Well, they are going to mount up, and I think they might be looking to try and cross any moment now. Or are they just repositioning their vehicles for a better escape route? I think that might just be what they're doing. They're sorting themselves out, they're putting their affairs in order, and we'll see if death is their next great adventure, but it seems for now they'll stay alive.
And Team Kaito have made a purple mood again. Back in the game. They've made a full 360 movement here over the top of the side, but it's Grunto.
And Tribe as well. They're going to be taking the fight. That's the northwestern side of the bridge. They are still on the main island. They are going to get pushed in, but Tribe come up on top. They will be able to push them down. A lot of players for Grunto down. There's 2 already on that military island, but there's still Ace that they have to contend with.
Yeah, Grunto had been split up for so long there, playing 2-2 on either side of the bridge, and they had Ace 1 to contend with on the northern side of the bridge, and then Tribe on the southern side. So they got really pinched very, very hard. You almost feel sorry for them there, but now they're going to have to make it work with just a couple of players remaining. Ace 1, surprisingly, still with 4 members remaining. You can see there Cloud9, Ada, just desperately swimming in the water, but he's beginning to drown. Wildcard doing the exact same, giving them a bit of a suffocation from the top of the cliff.
I don't know if they know that he's down there in the water. You can see they've scanned this headland. Oh, hang on a minute. The next shift's coming in. We'll have to see where that lands.
Okay.
I've got a little bit of it. Okay, fair enough. I can see where it's already gone. It's going to be pretty spicy for a lot of these teams. And in fact, Wildcard might be pretty happy about it. There we go. A northwestern shift, and it's split right down the middle. We're having a little bit of aquatic fun for the next circle.
We are, and it will shift hard away from the water as the next circle hits. So we can see something wacky here where it goes over the northern side of the island. However, I'm pretty certain that it will hit onto military base. Pittsburgh Knights, though, pretty happy with this one. Now they've got a lot of options. They could head to the north side, but looks like they're heading towards south. But they're going to come in contact with B4. Can they win this fight, John? It is the 2 teams from Group E going up against one another.
Their first entry, and they will get into combat. 16 teams are still alive, Black, so first loss is still on the cards for pretty much everyone. XQ, though, as well, are ready for Pittsburgh Knights to continue to push forwards. But it looks like Pittsburgh Knights are going to bide their time. They have got that flank. 2 of their players remain under the bridge, and B4 have to move as well. It's an unfortunate game of cat and mouse, but it seems like the roles keep on flipping topsy-turvy.
Checking in with Trem Caretta for the cow. They're currently just on the northern side of military base right now. They've had the pick of the crop here, John. They're very happy. Tempo taking a little bit of a hit here themselves. Trem Caretta for the cow. I've also made the same mistake. Now making their way up towards Tempo and Beowulf, who has slipped behind enemy lines here, all on his lonesome.
Looks like Tempo Storm are going to get a wipe. They managed to take out Grunto, so 16th place for them. 15 teams now remaining, and real estate becoming all that more valuable as we head towards zone number 4. But a quick push coming through, and it's XQ to hold it down. B4 looking to try and get some cover around the edge. Will be able to stay alive, and he's able to get the knock as well. Oh, so close, and he's going to get that first aid off to boot, and that's a real good pickup coming in for B4, but XQ, they're not done just yet. They are going to rattle off the rest of the shots. They come in with the refrags, and it's unfortunately B4 who end up with their battleship sunk.
I and 4 members still alive for X-Quest. Like, I was telling you, John, this is a team to look out for. They currently got 6 kills on the cards. Not doing too badly, but Pittsburgh Knights, they're flying in. They know the third party is available to them. Can X-Quest Gaming hold them off for long enough here to get the heals through?
We'll have to wait and see, but Pittsburgh Knights are going to not let them get any time at all. Over the ridge they go. 1 knock found already, down to minimal HP, and they are just rampaging across here. They will roll straight through them, and XQ get wiped. What a charge from the cavalry.
Yeah, huge little play there from Pittsburgh Knight. They saw that opening, and what this has done for them, if we're looking on the map here, on the eastern side, it's all theirs right now. Team Solid is just to the south of them, but that's about it. And now they've got a great positioning. We see the next little circle drop in just a moment's notice. We can see that it's just hit on the northern lip of the military island base there. So that is very, very fantastic for Pittsburgh Knight. They're feeling very good about themselves. Everyone on the northern side, they took the gamble, they flipped the coin, and they lost.
Well, they haven't lost just yet, but they've certainly got pretty shoddy odds to be getting on with. Tempo, though, they're going to be all right here. They've got a nice little plateau here, not too much threat. They have got Beowulf to be worried about pretty close by in one of those shacks, but we'll see if he's able to keep on going. I mean, they were sat in one of those before. It wasn't in the circle, however, so a little bit better luck. We'll see how all these teams to the south are going to try and push in through.
They've got a super central position here, though, John, inside the circle, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves, and it's a nice vantage point as well. They're looking over pretty much everything. You can see G3 and Carnage, though, just scouting out. J7 and Raven just holding in the backgrounds, looking out over the water. Now, Team Queso, they're making the swim over the water, as is Wildcard Gaming. But is anyone looking at them? Kultu, however, decided to go directly across the bridge into the blue, a dangerous maneuver. Let's see if it pays off.
Still got Alpha 7 as well as Tribe over on that northern side. Alpha 7 down to 3 and Tribe down to 2. They are going to be rotating relatively near each other. Wildcard are going to be ahead of them on that push, and I think they want to try and claim that headland, but it's going to be pretty tricky. And in fact, there we go, actually, Alpha 7 finding a knock. Rolex able to get the headshot with the spray down onto Sam from Tribe, which is only going to leave Seagut alive for them. They are going to trade it a little bit. No, wait, that's Wildcard coming in. Alpha 7 finding it hard to push on through as Wildcard need to make that move across the river as well.
It's an intelligent play from Wildcard. I really respect it. They've got 2 players waiting on top of the mountain. See Trem Flakao there taking a few shots out, but they've got 2 players from Wildcard waiting on the other island here, just inside the blue, making sure that at least 2 of their members make it across to those final circles. I really like that play. It calls for consistency. Maybe you don't get Acer across, but it means at least you have 2 players on the other island. Pittsburgh Knights, though, they're coming through as well, and this is what we're talking about, saying it was a bit of a dangerous push through. Already one of Kultu's members has gone down to the play zone.
Looks like Pittsburgh Knights are taking a little bit of a fight at range, but Wildcard, they spot out Alpha 7. They're trying to drive themselves underwater and get away with a little bit of cover. Oh, a bit of damage. Not too much found. It'll be all right. It'll be able to get away with it. If they can get to the crate, they can surface again and regain their breath as Alpha 7 trying to get ahead of the game. However, they're unsure of where the rest of Wildcard are. They are across the other side. And if they swim up towards that land, they are going to go down. That's pretty much a death sentence for Alpha 7 right now. They do still have a player left on the shore, though.
Oh my god, 96 Rolex on a sliver of HP.
Oh,
I was looking at that nade and I was very, very happy with its trajectory. Throws another one. I don't know how much it's going to do. Rolex just about gets outside of the range. You can see Wildcard Slicky as well as Enigma. Sharks on the other side of the island waiting for them to come through. Only Lucatas here being the overwatch for Alpha 7. Drops out of the play zone for a second, but things are starting to get tricky. One already goes down there.
Trying to skirt around the foothills and maybe pick up a kill or 2. We'll see what Alpha 7 are able to get done. There's Rolex going down finally. You can see Kultu suffering on that southeastern side as there's a cross happening as well on the northeast. The next circle about to come through, and it's coastal yet again. Tempo are going to have to move, and Pittsburgh Knights once more with a real strong spot.
Yeah, I just love that position they took. Sure, they didn't take any fights. That's what I was surprised they didn't do, but it's paid off massively. They were just holding on that bridge, waiting for the perfect moment that they could slingshot themselves north. They could also slingshot themselves south, and it's worked out massively for them. They even get gifted a loot crate too. And now Wildcard Enigma trying to make their way across, but Ace 1, they've got other ideas about this.
They spotted out the 2 players who are ahead. This is the vanguard for wildcard as they try to cross, but as you say, they have been spotted out. It's going to be real difficult to make a landing here. There's so many teams waiting and everybody moving in. 11 teams still standing in this sort of a circle is absolutely crazy, by the way. I don't know how they managed to do it, but only 35 players left alive means that a lot of teams have taken some pretty heavy hits.
I mean, just until a moment ago, there was pretty much only two teams in the circle, and that was teams pretty much just Tempo and Pittsburgh Knights. Everyone else wasn't quite in there, but now you're starting to see teams having to find positions. But here's Team Solid versus Tempo. We'll see who comes out on top. This is an important fight for Tempo if they want to stay in terms of rankings.
2 go down for Tempo, make that 3 actually, and we're down to 1 for him. It's HH24. He wants to try and get the flush, maybe looking for a little bit of a res. Not sure if they're pushing around the edge. I don't think they are, not just yet. They haven't got the flush. 2 players, they're just trying to gather intel through that window. You see they're getting those reses off both sides as there comes the flush. Pittsburgh Knights steal one of Team Solid's players away. A heal up coming through in the shack as they are down to 2 players standing. Not going to be able to get that res just yet. It's Tempo as well. Looking to try and remount, restructure. There comes the jumps. There's 3 of them up. They're 3 and going as that's another knock. HH24, the savior of the last fight, will get it done. He pushes out, finds 1, and Specs rattles it down. Beautiful turn on the corner.
Are you kidding me? He just runs out. They just did not expect. They took down HH24, didn't realize that a member had been revived. Spec just walks out, and he closes the fridge door on both of them. Damn, that was very, very well played. And HH24 holding it down for so long, he's going to be counting his lucky stars that, yes, I did get 1 player up, and he did me proud.
Still, they do lose a player. Tensa falling in that fray, so Tempo Storm down to 3. Cloud9 as well. They are stuck with just Beowulf, but he's been doing a lot of work, just keeping them into the game. He's been hidden away, tucked in his little shack for quite some time, but he's going to get pushed out in this next zone.
Yeah, but he doesn't have to go very far. The zone pops just a little bit to the north side. Now the nades coming through, and Xiaomi Gaming playing around this loot crate and the small amount of trees ahead of them. Pittsburgh Knights now coming in, looking to take more fights. Pittsburgh Knights so far been extremely aggressive, extremely explosive. I love to see it coming from one of the teams that had a day off yesterday, and they have bided their time massively.
Team Queso taking heavy punishment. This crossing is so treacherous, and they'll find out just why. Looks like Trem Carreta Furacao are going to take heavy casualties as well. Axial falls. Do a little bit of a rundown. I believe we are down to just 9 teams now. A lot of them have to make this push. Both Pittsburgh Knights and Xiaomi Gaming are going to have to move west. They're going to have to push towards Tempo Storm dominated territory. And you've got Ace1 across the way who are just waiting to get those long-range shots off.
Yeah, Pittsburgh Knights really ideally, they have to get rid of Xiaomi Gaming. They are being so difficult for Pittsburgh Knights to push out because they have to always worry about them going forward. You see Xiaomi Gaming immediately following up on them, but look how many players are out in the water. This has been a horrific circle for so many teams, undecided. As Pittsburgh Knights come out on top so far with that little position they took on the bridge there. Again, praising them for that one. But Tempo, I've got to give it to them. They were just in a fight with Team Solid and immediately turned on Trem Carreta Furacao and took them out too. Now, Pittsburgh Knights are talking about they have to get rid of Xiaomi Gaming.
They're trying to make that push, but it's just so difficult. And Beowulf right now has some of the strongest bodyguards going. You can see, look at him sneaking around. He's been paying attention to Sixless. We know what you're doing there.
It's like, yes, Tempo, kill them all.
He's just willing to bide his time. He's got a little defilade. No one can push towards him. Over on that western side, people trying to push in. Wildcard still out in the water, still swimming around. Hang on a minute. That's a self-explosion, and Xiaomi Gaming take themselves out. That's unfortunate. Ace1 taking casualties. Hang on a minute, they're going to go down as well.
Yep, so currently Tempo Storms, or should I say Cloud9's minions, are making their way into the circle. Tribe still making their way with Seagut. Very good to get this far. I just got a little defilade for Pittsburgh Knights here with the vehicles that they've set up on this little side of the hill. It's pretty damn good so far, but they have to get rid of the players who will be pushing onto the bridge. Beowulf, I'm so proud of this guy. He's made himself so far. The IGL leading himself right now.
Everybody trying to get the kills on the players in the water. This is points up for grabs right now, and it is apple bobbing season coming on through. Tribe get eliminated. Wildcard and Queso still stuck out towards the the death liquid right out to the north side. But there's the next shift, and it's going to go towards Pittsburgh and Tempo.
But they will have to move here, and it's into open ground, so a little bit difficult for them. They still have a lot of vehicles that are not blown up as of yet, so they can still create one more defilade. On the other hand, Trumcaretta for a cow, they're stuck here with only, I believe, one vehicle still up and remaining. They'll have to rotate in that or snake their way in. Wildcard, however, you got to be proud of them to get Spring and Acer to this side. They have some smokes available as well, so they can just keep people off their back for a little longer here, but they will have to move towards the circle. Mystic, however, still in the game. You can see him in the water. One of the only fishes not to be picked up as of yet.
Trumcaretta for a cow taking heavy punishment from the shoreline. Wildcard have an angle underneath the cars, and they're just doing so much work. Trumcaretta for a cow, don't know what hit them on the sidelines. You're right, though, Mystic is still going. He's only got a couple of seconds to get to shore, and I think Wildcard might know what's up. However, Pittsburgh Knights, they've spotted out the pressure coming through from that shoreline, and they need to be moving forwards as well.
Okay, Beowulf's actually taking out his own minions now, sacrificing them, takes down Spec, so they know that there is someone quite bothersome behind them right now. Needs to maybe make a turn around. So it's nice now chiming in towards Trumcaretta.
I don't know how Beowulf has managed to do this. He's finding those pawns and getting that material in. He sends them forwards into battle, unfortunately for them. They are going to be sacrificed. Trumcaretta for a cow get eliminated, 6th place for them. And we're down to 5 teams remaining.
Oh my lord, Mystic! Mystic! Oh, you ninja! You pan ninja! He's still not spotted him! I can't believe this! I cannot believe this! This is truly mystical!
Goodness me, he's got to heal up, and the Blue Zone will be pushing into him. I think he's going to have to step up, maybe. Just try and get on through. I think that was an adrenaline shot going in, and actually, no, he's going to beat it out. He has the crawling speed to do it, and he's going to be able to get ever closer towards Wildcard, but they're going to hear it out soon enough.
Getting so close to them, and already to 5th place. This is a huge game here for Team Queso, who made the massive 360 rotation. Finally, Beowulf is taken out, and now Team Queso, they leapfrog into the 4th right now if he goes out now, but currently just behind enemy lines right now. Oh, but there you go, Pittsburgh Knight spots him out, goes out in 4th. Not a bad result for them whatsoever.
Not at all. 14 kills found by the Pittsburgh Knights so far, and they are still all 4 players strong. One of them does get knocked, and actually that's a second as well, so they'll be down on their luck just a little bit, but we're remaining now as Tempo Storm are into the top 3. We said we wanted to see it, Dave. Your mustache might be safe as Pittsburgh Knights taking heavy punishment, and somehow Wildcard have managed to come out of this river crossing smelling of roses. 3 players alive. They're in the strongest spot right now.
It is pretty magical indeed. Wildcard making their way across here. Tempo Storm, though, I definitely was saying earlier, you can't count these guys out whatsoever. HH24 is an insanely good player alongside Rain. They're all very good. They started with a very tough beginning to yesterday. Now morale's up. This is when we can start to see the momentum come through from this team. 3 teams alive. Like I said, Wildcard, they do have to make their way up from the beaches. Spring there with a cheeky little jump on top of ASOS heads to maybe get a little bit of information. But we'll see how this all pans out, John, because things will start to have to happen soon.
That's the first kill going through. Pittsburgh Knights are going to go down, and now it's just Tempo versus Wildcard. 10 kills for Tempo. They're trying to rattle it down, but it's HH24 to fall first. Rain trying to push on up. Will find the first knock. Will be facing off against 2. As he is the last player standing for Tempo. There's a flank coming through. Acer tries to go up, tries to push in close. Rain needs to land the shots. Will he be able to get it done? There's a flank coming in, needs to be worried. Looks for one, the spray is there, but it's not going to land on the target. And it's Wildcard to take the chicken dinner. Tempo not quite able to do it, but they get a good game nonetheless.
I was holding my breath there for so long. I almost thought like, I felt like Rain had that one, and it was a good push there from Acer. Goes over the top side of the hill, knowing that, you know what, Rain, it's going to have to peek up to the right side, which will expose him to the other player from Wildcard. So, fantastic game there from Wildcard, even making their way across from the other island, leaving 2 players up and remaining.